Hi children, today we are going to discuss regarding the second major physical regions of India is Indo-Gangetic Plain. Indo-Gangetic Plains. So first of all, these Indo-Gangetic Plains are completed due to the interaction of the three rivers. What are the three rivers? The Ganga river, the Indus River and Brahmaputra River. Due to these three major rivers of the interaction of these major rivers and its tributaries, the Indo-Gangetic Plains was formed. So before discussing the formation of the complete this Indo-Gangetic Plains, first of all, once again we have to remember the geographical background of the India. Already we discussed in the Himalaya chapter. Himalayas formed due to the two major giant forms, that is Angara and Gondwana lands, which are in the part of the Tethys Sea. So once again you have to remember before discussing regarding the formation of the Indo-Gangetic Plain. These Angara land also called as Laurasia, and Gondwana land is in the part of the south part of the Tethys Sea. Once 200 million years ago, these giant forms like Angara land and Gondwana land split and moved towards the north and south. That's why we are belongs to completely Gondwana land. These Gondwana land again, recently is nothing but what, 20 years, millions years ago, these Gondwana land again split into different parts. Already you know that children, why these land forms are split into different forms means already you read in the 9th class, earth interior part, due to the interaction of the chemical actions and reactions, the metamorphic rocks and so many chemical reactions, this earth interior was split into different parts. Like that, Gondwana land also split into different parts. Among the all splitting pieces, one of the Indian plate moves towards the south. Just see this diagram. This is for example, this is a Tethys Sea. This is completely Tethys Sea. So these are the major two landforms moved toward the north and south after splitting. This is belongs to Gondwana landform. This is belongs to north part, is belongs to Angara landforms. But after some years ago, means recently is nothing but what here, only 20 million years ago, again this Gondwana landform split into different parts, and one of the Indian parts moved towards the northeast part, and due to the immense forces of this Gondwana land, and also try to collide with the north part of the Laurasia or Angara part. This part completely is in the part of the Tethys Sea land part evaluated upside and formed the Himalayan mountains like Mount Everest, and so many peaks are formed. That is only Himalayas. So in this part, now this is the formation of Himalayas. So Himalayas are formed due to the process of the folding of the earth form. It was evaluated from the Tethys Sea, and it looks like a mountains, so many ranges of the mountain, that is called as Himalayas. So in this process, this Gondwana land, north part of the Gondwana land, some part of the Gondwana land, northern corners break down and formed as a shallow basin. Shallow basin looks like a large pit. That pit is nothing but, where is that pit means, now at present in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar and some part of the Haryana and Jharkhand area and some part of the West Bengal. These total part, once upon a time, it looks like a shallow basin. But due to the course of the time, slowly the Himalayan rivers, which are originated from the glaciers, which are flowing down and deposited the silt, which are carrying from the Himalayan forest and silt and drytics and depositing in this shallow basin, and gradually this basin was completely filled and becoming as a fertile lands and fertile soils. These soils are considered as a Indo-Gangetic plains. Now present Indo-Gangetic plains. This is the formation of the Indo-Gangetic plains. Now maybe Himalayas or maybe Indo-Gangetic plains in the part of the Gondwana land. So now after becoming as a Indo-Gangetic plains, according to based on the places, these Indo-Gangetic plains based on the places, these mainly Indo-Gangetic places broadly classified as a three parts. One is Western Plains, another one is Central Plains, and another one is Eastern Plains. So these Indo-Gangetic plains can be divided as a three parts. First part is western part of the plains, next second central part of the plains, next eastern part of the plains. So simply consider the western plains and the central plains and eastern plains. Now let us discuss one by one its formation and its extended area. Now first part is western plains. Western plains mainly it is the responsible in western plains formation mainly responsible by the Indus River and its tributaries. What are the Indus tributaries? Means Jhelum, Chenab, River Beas, River Sutlej. These are the mainly five ops. Get together, it is formed as a Indus River in the and formed as a large river as a Indus and flows in Punjab and Haryana. Again, major part of the river flows in Pakistan and joining in the Arabian Sea. So, due to this Indus River basin, these western plains are formed. What are the extension of this western part of the plains? Means majorly these plains are extended from extended in Punjab and Haryana. Then these minor part of the our Indian states are formed as a western plains. Then after that, major part of the plains are locating in the Pakistan area. So here in this western plains, we have to remember one important landform, that is the Doabs, or it is called as a Dobs. So what is meant by Doab? It is a very examination point of it is very important point, children. We have to remember Doab is a fertile land which are existing or which are laying in between the two rivers is called as a Doab. This looks like already two rivers in between the two rivers. Generally we call as a delta form. So like the delta form is formed as a fertile land, that fertile land is called as a Doab. So those appear in between the Indus tributaries rivers, that is Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, Sutlej. Okay, so these are the major information regarding the western plains. Now coming to the central plains. Central plains mainly it is responsible for the central plains formation is mainly responsible for the Ganga, Yamuna and its tributaries. So what are the from where to where the central plains are locating means mainly Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. The major part of these plains, central plains are locating in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Some partially in Haryana, in western part in Haryana. In Haryana, two parts also existing. One is completely in western plains also is there, but the east part of the Haryana, the central plains also located. That's why partially these central plains are in Haryana and Jharkhand area and West Bengal. These are the extension of the central plains. Once again, what are the extension of the central plains means? Uttar Pradesh, Bihar completely, and partially Haryana, Jharkhand and West Bengal locating this central plains. So here, what are the main tributaries of the Ganga river? Means Yamuna and its tributaries like a Kosi, Gandak, Son. These are the main due to the main river flows. The central plains are formed. The next, another third part is eastern plains. This is the eastern plains. Main formation of the eastern plains completely responsible for the river Brahmaputra. So in river Brahmaputra, where it is extended means completely Brahmaputra valley, these central plains are located. So in this Brahmaputra valley in Assam, these plains are locating. These are the three prerogatives of the Indo-Gangetic plains, which are giving more important plains, which are giving the more production of the different agriculture production in India.